UK Open. Let's get the players on stage with John.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and a very warm welcome back to the action here at Butlins Minehead. And for the right to play Gary Anderson in our final, this is our second semi-final of the Coral UK Open, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation and live on ITV Sport. Well, it's time now to meet our players. Ladies and gentlemen, into his first ever televised final. Would you please welcome from Ogmar Vale, South Wales, ladies and gentlemen, stack attack, Robert Owen. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the former World Youth Champion, Cadby.
Well, Cadby beat one former rugby-playing Welshman in the quarters this afternoon. Now he faces another in Robert Owen. Commentary on this one comes from Alan Warren-a-Little and Stuart Pike.
Yes, thanks, Jackie. Whatever history will be made between Cadby and Robert Owen here. A debut major TV ranking final. Cadby rightly will be favourite. The man from down under. Playing only his 9th event as a professional since winning through on the first day of Q School, and to be fair, he's been pretty comfortable throughout. Cadby, who was one of the top seeds coming here after winning one of the UK Open qualifiers, and not surprisingly, most people expecting that it will be Cadby against Gary Anderson in the final, but do not write off Robert Owen. Owen has played the darts of his life over the last 3 days, and there he is, came into the tournament in round 2 and has claimed some notable scalps. Survived match darts against young Rafferty, the Irishman, in round 4. Brilliant win over Ian White and a comprehensive victory over John Parr. Doesn't lack in confidence, Robert Owen, for sure. His first TV semi-final of any sort. Cadby has appeared in them in the World Series, but what an opportunity. Apart from anything else, the chance to win a major TV event. Of course, the winner gets the bonus of going through and clinching a place in the Grand Slam as well. Lots to play for, but it's all about getting to 11 legs.
Yes, he has seen fellow Welshman recently get to major finals. Owen Price here last year.
100.
And Johnny Clayton, also here, but in the Players' Championship. Can it be his turn?
Yes, the man with the very odd angle darts, but they're very effective for him. In the match against John Parr, some of the 180s, it was very difficult to explain how they went in, but of course that's how he earned his nickname as Stack Attack, isn't it?
100.
The way that his darts go into the board.
Yes, it's almost if they bounce up in on off the floor. Maybe can't see how deep that angle is from the front. Probably see it better from the side.
$60.
A good grouping, but only 60 for the darts. Cadby just calmed down a little. I think also adapting to the situation. This is what I was saying about the 180s.
140.
Only 140 on that occasion, but you just wonder how he finds a way through, but he does. This tournament, from that night of shocks when Peter Wright, Adrian Lewis, and of course Michael van Gerwen and Barney and many others went by the wayside, it's really opened a lot of doors for many players.
Yes, it's amazing how many times this tournament throws those things up. But that's the beauty of the event. That's
85. Robert,
it's very popular.
144.
Gives the amateurs a chance. Gives the lesser professionals a chance.
128.
Brilliant setup there. Real pressure then on Cadby to hold his throw in the opening leg. Tops it is. Oh, good
He's
dart.
showing the
He's
first leg.
got into the
Cadby,
habit as well, haven't he, of
Robert
composing
Rose,
himself and
in
taking
one.
that step back, and it certainly made a difference.
That's exactly what I was going to say, John. We've seen so many players do it recently. Rob Cross, for instance.
60.
And Kevin Painter did it in the past, a few others. If it works for you, it works for you.
100.
Yes, big opportunity for both players, Stuart.
But Cadby, you know, what a start he's made after winning that tour card. Runner-up in a Players'
97.
Championship, winning a UK Open qualifier, trying to get into the final of the first big TV major that he's played in since
81.
turning pro properly. Just looks to have it, doesn't he? And I think the thing that's recognisable over this weekend is
140.
you know, that he's backed it all up. And I think, to be honest with you, if we were playing in front of a big crowd, he would be fired up and we'd see a lot more of the emotion. But I think what he's learned
55.
over the last 6 months is
64.
there's a time and place.
Well, the other way of looking at it as well, if he does this and he goes on to win the event,
44.
surely that's the right thing to continue to do.
Yeah, but you don't want to take the Corey out of Cadby, on the other hand. It's the way he plays the game. The heart on the sleeve.
100.
Just getting the balance right, isn't it?
20.
Yes, I agree. It's all about the balance. Shanghai, 20 for tops. Top of the shop.
80. Robert, you require 105.
Took out some really good finishes in his victory over John Part in the quarterfinals earlier today. That's unfortunate for the Welshman. Can't finish now. So a great chance for Cadby to double his lead.
It was the only dart up there.
26.
But he wouldn't have been able to finish. A single one would have been even better. Could have gone double 18 and bull. 2-0.
You showed the second
2-0
leg.
it is.
Corey Cadby. Third leg is Corey to throw first.
When you look at matches, Stuart, I mentioned in his previous match about mistakes, and there was very, very few. And he seems to be carrying that on into this semi-final.
When he burst on, I mean, he's been known about in Australia for a good couple of years, but when we first saw him
100.
in earnest in the World Series last year, there was just something about him. You know, and the way that he beat Phil Taylor, all right, he lost the final in Auckland to Kyle Anderson. It could have gone either way. It was a toss of a coin. It went to a deciding leg, but there was just that little spark, little twinkle in the eye. You see it in sportsmen, but you just knew that there was something there to be unearthed.
I said exactly the same last year with Rob Cross, didn't I, halfway through the season. These players come along, it's not just all about the talent, it's about how you can express it.
41.
Well, for Owen, a great chance, but for Corey Cadby, just taking his time. And he is taking his time.
Yeah. The customary blow of the fingers. I think he was just stopped in his tracks.
81.
I think Owen just caught his foot on the hockey as he was walking off.
Yeah, but Owen won a tour card in 2014 and again in 2016 and again this year, so he's worked hard. But this is the year that he has to really take his game to the next level, and this weekend is a perfect start for him.
Well, there's no doubt he'll be going into most of the other events as Corey
140.
sets up tops for the rest of the season. It has to set you up nicely. We said that with Dave Pallett.
Corey
So
requires
tops
40.
again for Corey Cadby to open up a 3-0 lead. He's looking very good, isn't he? 3 out of 4, all on tops for the Australian.
Game on.
Looking good for the Aussie.
60.
Robert trying to get himself going. He's going to try and get on the mark as soon as possible.
95.
I'm not stating the obvious. Just through his thought process for the rest of the match. He needs to get in there pretty quickly.
Well, got to start scoring, as you say, and
83.
the moment being outplayed in every facet of the game. The former world youth champion.
95.
And I wonder, are we looking at a future world champion?
Robert, the poor average, but he hasn't had a throw at a double yet either. After 3 legs.
92.
He knows he's not playing particularly well, but this is where you've got to scrap. You've got to scrap for the bits you can get out of a match.
140.
Well, he's not on a finish, but he's in a great position again.
You're going to have to switch there, Owen. Needs a treble to leave a finish.
59.
So you would say here, 6 darts here for the Australian to make it 4-0. Brilliant.
Oh, wonderful.
In the match against Gerwyn Price, his set-up shots were
131.
fantastic, weren't they?
Yes, did it on quite a few occasions as well. And at the right time, as legs were quite close. You just put that
60.
negative thought in your opponent all the time.
40.
Relentless, you're not giving them a chance.
Oh, tops, it's like a magnet. 4-0 it is. Corey Cadby, who won the World Youth Championship here at Butlins in Minehead in 2016.
Game on.
Is he taking a big step towards a first major TV final? He's already up to 65th. He's going to go into the world's top 64 in the space of just weeks, which is absolutely incredible. And it really is matching, as you talked about before, what Rob Cross achieved 12 months ago.
100.
Yes, it makes you wonder what other players around the corner. There's plenty out there. There's plenty of tournaments you can play in.
80.
Can have a go.
At the moment, there's just nothing coming back from Owen, is there?
100.
Well, you could hear him shout to himself there, get up. Managed to get a treble 20 with the last one. But still chasing Corey Cadby.
95.
104 average for the Australian. 83 average for the Welshman. It's more like it. Well, it is a 180. That's the perfect example of how on earth did he manage that?
In off the lampshade, them. But they went in.
56.
Can that be the little spark he needs?
Yep.
21.
Needed something. He doesn't lack in confidence, for sure. Believes in himself. Why not? Bullseye. Can he follow this?
96.
Well, he's got a determined look in his face at the moment, despite trailing 4-0. Had an opportunity there. Cadby. It's the ball.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Just didn't even think about it. Steps up in the bull. First time he's missed tops. But no mistake on double 10. And the 180 from Robert Owen was all to no avail as Corey Cadby strikes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big blows. He's halfway almost to the final. The Australian 5-0 up against Robert Owen. Remember, Gary Anderson awaits in the final of the UK Open. Welcome back to finals night here at the UK Open here at Butlins in Minehead. Gary Anderson already a winner against David Pallett to take his place in the final, and it's cruise control for Corey Cadby as he leads the Welshman Robert Owen 5-0 and played really well. 102 average. He's only missed 2 darts and a double. The only dart that Owen has had to win a leg was at the bull. The Welshman really needs to start motoring here. For those of you, and I know there will be quite a few joining us for the first time and wondering why it's so quiet here on finals night. Of course, all the bad weather and heavy snow causing havoc with the arrangements.
81.
The tournament's only getting the go-ahead at the 11th hour on Friday, but the people at Butlins deciding because of health and safety it must be played behind closed doors. People you do see, players, guests, friends and family.
38.
Unfortunate for the Welshman.
Yeah, when things are going against you,
That's
they
what
go
happens.
against you.
Yeah.
That plays havoc with your mind as well.
57.
You just can't seem to get anything positive going. He's had a fantastic weekend. It's not happening at the moment. He's just got to try and dig in.
60.
Again, verbally to himself, trying to get himself going.
What a chance for Cadby. That's disappointing first start for the Aussie. And second.
93.
Found the treble 18. Puts a bit more pressure on his best performance in the PDC before this weekend.
81.
A quarter-final in Holland on the European Tour, the back end of last year. Effortless switch, wasn't it?
128.
Very easy.
101.
Again, he's piling on the pressure. Robert Owen went for bull double 16.
69. Corey requires.
Well, he could find himself 6-0 down.
Reevaluating the situation. Again, taking his time.
Game
That's
show
why.
6 leg. Corey
Because when he
Cadby.
takes his time,
Sounds like he's
he
calling
can
it
find the
through
target.
first. Game on.
Corey's fiancée going home to get married, isn't he? Back to Australia.
If he wins here, that'll be some party.
100.
Might be able to afford to go back business class.
His birthday in a couple of weeks. This would be a happy birthday present.
140.
Another few birthday wishes for Teresa in Ireland and Callum in Crosby. Some of our fans on social media. Loving the action.
95. 81. 136. 140. Corey requires 170.
Well, I wonder.
There's the first.
Perfect.
Oh, he wanted it, didn't he? He wanted it.
98. Robert, you require 140.
The test as well, you know, for Cadby, because at the moment it's so easy, it's keeping
60.
focus, and it's all a lesson for him as well, isn't it? All about getting the experience, but keeping your concentration. Because it is so easy, Cadby at the moment has got to be ruthless.
Yes, they're all tests. Got to come up with the goods.
There's
a double six again.
Just relentless.
Hey, flag is Robert through first.
Against
Game
Robert
on.
Owen, who at the moment can't find anything to fight back with.
Still only had one dart at the bull to win a leg.
100.
He's obviously on a bit of a high, getting to a semi-final,
55.
Robert Owen, but if he does get a heavy defeat here, it'll almost negate what he's achieved over the weekend.
Yeah, fair point. As his opponent's pedigree and stature grows
100.
by the week. Corey Cadby.
$59.
Well, Owen here, favourite to win a leg, to avoid the whitewash.
Still making hard work of it.
78.
Manages to get a treble with the last one. Just to give him some distance. But that can be eradicated pretty quickly.
180.
Corey Cadby's second maximum. All of a sudden, he was cruising in the leg. Fighting to get his first leg on the board.
59.
Yeah, the 180 with perfect timing. Yep. Switch back up.
96. Robert Urucar, 164.
Go on, Robert. 2 treble 19s. Another one of those. For the bull.
139. Corey Urucar, 111.
Well, he's had 2 darts to win legs. Both of them are at the bull. Is he going to get another shot here? Cadby's going to have a dart. Well, instead of going for tops, he's left double 16 here. The result's the same. Fantastic performance. 62% checkout success rate for Corey Cadby.
Game on.
Lethal on the doubles. And at the moment, it very much looks like we are going to get the mouth-watering prospect of a Gary Anderson, Corey Cadby UK Open final.
100.
Still some fight in Robert. He's got to keep going. You do not want an 11-0 defeat.
100. $83.
It's hard enough when you're battling against an opponent who's playing as well as Corey Cadby when you're also battling your own emotions. Doubly difficult.
Well,
Another maximum.
yeah, sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say your opponent has been far too good, and this is one of those occasions. Owen finding a 180, somehow finding one of those 180s.
Yeah, I love that reaction there from
Yeah.
Robert. Where have you been? Double 13 for double 16. Big 18 to leave tops.
81. Robert Urucar, 138.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. You know, he's done so well to get to the semi-finals, but a whitewash here would leave him going home
58. Corey Urucar, 40.
very, very disappointed, crestfallen, I'm sure. Now then. That's the first
30.
time with darts in hand
Robert
that
Urucar,
Cadby has
80.
missed doubles in this match.
Oh, Robert, 20 for tops. Tops for his first leg.
40.
Just not happening for
Corey
Robert.
Urucar, 10.
Consolation for the Welshman, £17,500. Biggest check of his career by a long, long way.
Corey Cadby.
No mistake this time from Corey Cadby. 9-0. What a performance. There will be a
140.
break of around 20 minutes between the end of this semi-final and the start of our final. The new name on the trophy, will it be Gary Anderson, or you have to say Corey Cadby?
Oh, big chance here for Robert now. He's got to keep focused, forget about the scoreline, and dig in and try and take this
81.
leg. He's got a bit of distance, but as we've seen in previous legs, that's happened, and he's ended up losing them and not had darts at the double.
This is why. As Corey Cadby fires in a fourth. 3 and 3 legs for the Australian. And yet again, the leg has a completely different look about it now.
100.
Good solid darts. Not enough at the moment. He knows it. He's disappointed with the scoreline. He's probably even more disappointed with the way he's played. He hasn't played like he has done in previous matches. Still leave
100.
Shanghai. Ton leaves 80.
What can Cadby do with the setup shot? The Australian
95. Robert,
just
you require
makes
80.
Robert Owen think about it. He desperately strives for his first leg. 20. And tops.
40.
And again, it's high.
Robert, you require 170.
Well, you wouldn't put this past Cadby either, would you?
He'll be stood behind him, Robert, now, absolutely dreading if this goes in tops. Because Cadby will be throwing first in the next leg. There we go.
No,
disappointed.
Robert, you require 40.
Disappointed.
When you've not thrown many darts at the double, this will seem extremely small.
It's in, he's won a leg. Well, he's avoided the embarrassment of a whitewashed Robert Owen. Corey Cadby had a dart at tops for 10-0. But Owen finally off the mark. Too little too late, I'm sure. Cadby is 2 legs away from a final against Gary Anderson. Well, a momentous moment for the Welshman Robert Owen, on the cusp of being whitewashed, but somehow found a way through to win his first leg. 9-1 down to Corey Cadby in the semi-finals of the UK Open. Gary Anderson already in the final. 11-7 winner over David Pallett. Anderson chasing another major. Corey Cadby, it looks like, will be chasing his first. I suppose Rob Cross or Gary Anderson and Corey Cadby were the 3 that we expected to be fighting for a place in the final before a dart was thrown at the start of this final day here in Minehead. And the final for the neutrals, certainly Anderson against Cadby.
Game on.
Yes, he's looked pretty good. He talks the talk, but he's producing the goods.
137.
He's keeping control of everything. He's confident.
60.
There's no doubt about it, Stuart. Corey Cadby is the real deal.
100.
And he'll only get better. You know, the experience of playing on the tour, you know, taking the gamble to come over and win a tour card and play at Q School, and he
140.
won his card on the very first day, didn't he? But the experience of playing against the best players in the world, you know, week in, week out on the Pro Tour will only serve to make this young man get better and better and better.
Absolutely no doubt about that, Stuart.
96. Corey require 124.
Bullseye. It was never in doubt, really, was it?
Corey Cadby.
The way that he's been playing, fantastic finish from Cadby. The average nudges 100 again, and he's one leg away from a place
60.
in a major TV final a matter of weeks after turning professional and winning a tour card. It's a remarkable story.
128.
Yes, he's been relentless in his last 3 matches. In the game against Martin Schindler in round 4, he was behind for a lot of the match, had to really dig deep.
41.
So always a good sign.
$97.
Yeah, just one of those nights, I'm afraid, for
100.
Robert Owen. Taken sold by a big check for reaching the semi-finals, but this,
100.
I'm afraid, has really put him in his place, hasn't it? Corey Cadby, we talked about him being relentless and ruthless and keeping focus, and that's what he's done.
Well, he knows he's a beaten man, maybe relaxing now. He's got that first leg on the board, which was, well, the relief was so evident.
But just because he can, Cadby with a 140 to leave double 18 for the match. Can Owen follow up? A maximum with a 120. Oh, we nearly bust. He was a millimetre away from busting.
How close was that?
I know. Is it going to be 306 darts? Well, there it is.
Robert Owen.
Very nearly bust, but he wins the leg. Cadby was sat on 36 for the match.
Well, he should be saying to Corey, I've got you now. I think he knows different.
96.
But great to see from Robert. He was so close to being drubbed there, really was. Win that first leg, the relief, and then a maximum there, 120 finish. Yeah, he's got a smile on his face now where the last half an hour or so has just been complete anguish.
59.
Still got to do the job.
Wow. 123.
As you say, he's relaxing now. He's just playing a game, and Corey Cadby, for the first time
100.
in the match, he's under a little bit of pressure on his throw. He's broken the Welshman's throw 4 times.
It just shows you, doesn't it?
135.
The pressure he was under, losing leg on leg on leg. He's relaxed. He's got a couple of legs on the board. He's now producing the darts. Has got him to this semi-final.
143.
143. Should stay there.
82. Corey Nicole, 154.
So another chance for Robert Owen.
89. Robert, you require 61.
Yep. To win back-to-back legs. Well, he's missed the 25. 12 for double 16. Oh, he's got another one back.
Robert Owen. 40th leg is Robert to throw first. Game on.
3 on the trot. Yes, Robert. You're loving it now. And why not?
$100.
Totally different player. That leg 10. It was 9-0 down.
100.
Cadby had hit a maximum. Looked all and sundry like it was going to be 10-0.
He missed tops for 10-0.
Yeah, looked all and sundry. Cadby would have thrown next.
100.
He wins the leg, then starts playing. He'll be feeling a whole lot better. Playing with a smile on his face.
Come on.
We like that one as well.
The first real come on of this semi-final from the Aussie. A 5th maximum. Well, definitely the right decision
Yeah.
to play
60.
this tournament. Whether it was the right decision to not let the supporters in will be decided by others over the coming weeks, I'm sure. But the tournament has been excellent in the stories that it's thrown up and the chances and opportunities that it's given players.
Yeah, we've had some stories. John Park, for instance, resurgence of the three-time former world champion.
Yep. Balls, you going to go for it? Oh, of course he did. The match dart has come and gone. You would expect him to be back, though.
$18 with the last one.
58.
To leave
Corey the car,
100
25.
if he gets the opportunity.
100 average for Corey Cadby. A dart away from his first major TV final after only weeks as a professional. And there it is, it's Corey Cadby against Gary Anderson in the final of the UK Open. And what a final that should be. Cadby has been brilliant all weekend. The consolation for Robert Owen, a major TV semi-final for the first time, but he was outplayed in every facet of the game by Corey Cadby. All smiles, the big Aussie. Don't miss Cadby and Gary Anderson in our final.
Corey Cadby has made quite a statement tonight. He's blitzed the Welshman Robert Owen 11-3 here in Minehead to reach his first major final just weeks after turning professional. What an achievement from him. Probably he doesn't see it that way, I wouldn't have thought. He was so confident he was going to get at least this far. Well, he's averaged just under a fraction under 100, 90 for Robert, who had 9 darts at double, finding just 3 of them. Really wasn't his night tonight. 5 180s for Cadby, and he found 50% of his doubles. And we know that he is in the final of the UK Open Darts here by the seaside, chilly seaside in Minehead. And he will play a man who lives just up the road, Gary Anderson, the flying Scotsman, who's rather more used to playing in a major final, being in finals day and everything that is involved with that. And that will be